There you go. We'll give you a minute so you can share it.
All right.
Put it on all the book faces and the chat snats and all the Pornhubs.
Ooh. We're not good enough to be on Pornhub.
Oh, you think I'm saving my best for the free customers?
And Chris with his premium Snapchat over here.
Don't hate. So I finally got a phone that works.
All right, sharing to the Facebooks. The fuck? It just like loaded and then it didn't load.
That's what he said.
That is what I said.
Oh, that's funny.
That's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
All right, copy link here. That'll probably be easier if I just copy the goddamn link. Stupid Facebook, fuck you and your fucking face. Dude, we need to update the fucking banner on there. It still has the shit from All In. All In was like 2 months ago, bro.
I need to find the picture that the four of us took at your wedding. Me, you, Arnold, and Travis.
Oh, that. Do you know who took that picture?
I don't have a fucking clue. I'll make it easy on you. It wasn't me.
Thanks. I think that was over a year ago.
I think the only picture I took was of that one of those steaks.
The stakes have never been higher.
Food porn. Yeah, that's all I got off.
Are you ready?
I don't know. Are we?
Yeah. What episode number is this?
Bam!
Oh!
Holy shit, biscuit! We're at 308.
I want to suck your blood. Live from the landing strip. It's the 308th edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Chris.
And thank you so much for tuning in on this Halloween. Very much appreciate it. If you're watching us live, that's okay. You could, or no, that's not okay. That's good. That's good.
Great.
That's great that you're watching us
Wonderful.
live. Glorious. If you watch us live, you can log into your YouTube or Google account, and that way you can chat along with us here in the live chat. Have it pulled up in my smartphone, and we could chit chat. Ask questions, talk shit, fact check us, whatever. If you're not watching us live, that's okay. You can still interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio, or on Twitter at HWrestling Radio. Chris,
I look at you and I think of that Mitch Hedberg joke.
Yeah.
I went to the doctor. All he did was suck my blood. Don't ever go visit Dr. Acula.
I actually have teeth. I do.
You bad at your borrow's teeth?
Yeah. See, I can't talk with them in, but.
If Arnold were here, we'd give the extra talking time to Arnold.
Yeah.
Of course, he's a parent.
Right, and he has
So
kids and stuff.
congrats and apologies at the same time.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do this.
It's worth a shot. We'll give it an hour. So
An hour? Fuck you. I can't even fucking say fuck.
you got to go in there. It's fun.
Yeah, I was like, don't talk with your mouth full, kid. I learned that lesson a long time ago.
Apparently not.
Ah! All right, Chris, what we got on the docket today?
Man, so something happened last weekend.
Yeah, what happened?
Everybody's talking about Evolution.
It's a mystery.
Yeah. Sudden change that no one sees. I can sing the Motorhead lyrics all day, but let's get right to it.
All right. What happened? Did the camera just fall over?
Carmen's like, nah, I ain't having none of that shit tonight. If it ain't got a dick, I don't want it.
Live, well, not television, but live YouTube.
The Technicolor, yeah. Your biggest highlight from Evolution.
Oh, really? We're going to blow our load all quick like that?
Okay. I listen to a lot of wrestling podcasts, a lot of dead air, and everybody starts with the thing that sucks the most.
Yeah. You don't want to do that.
Nah.
You want to start with the thing that was the bestest.
The bestest.
The bestest.
Extra most bestest.
My match of the week pick.
Oh, snap.
Becky versus Charlotte, last woman standing. Oh, God damn it! The microphone fell over again, or the camera fell over.
The camera did not agree with your picture.
Yeah. That was such impactful. Here, I'm going to look at this on the replay. I pointed at the screen and it fell over.
You have powers.
Yeah,
you have magical powers.
Dude, you need to clean your ceiling.
Quiet, you.
Yeah. All right, yes.
Wow.
Becky versus Charlotte, last woman standing. That is my match of the week pick.
Wow.
And that is high praise coming from me, who does not like last man, last woman standing matches, last person standing matches. I don't like them.
Wow.
Normally don't. I was thoroughly invested, thoroughly entertained. I went, ooh, ah, going along with all the little things that they did. I liked it. There was like 2 or 3 different spots where I thought it was over. Like, surely you're done now. Nope. Becky and Charlotte both persevered, and they kept going, and they kept going, and they were fighting. And I was like, oh, fuck, how much more can they do? Most of the time with all these first ever women's blank matches, they've been pretty good. Yes, they're historic. Yeah, okay, cool. The first ever so-and-so. But they don't really compare to any of the male counterparts. This particular match, I think, is probably one of the best last person standing matches that we have almost ever seen. I don't know if it's the best last person standing match I've ever seen, but it's right up there. It's not like, oh, well, it's best for the women. No, you could compare this with any of the others out there, with any of the dudes. And I think it was way the hell up there.
Okay. Interesting.
What say ye, Chris? Do you agree or disagree? Or do you want to go on to your biggest highlight?
Match of the week candidate for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That match wasn't so much of seeing things I haven't seen before. It was more of, wow, they went there.
Mm-hmm.
It's believable.
Mm-hmm.
There weren't moments where I felt like they made mistakes. Even if they did, they covered it up very well by just doing something different.
Okay.
You know, for example, the table not breaking. Instead of doing the same move over, Charlie did something different to make sure.
Flip.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Senton. Yeah,
that was cool, man. I really enjoyed that.
The right person won, obviously.
Yeah.
I like where she's going. I like Becky's next rivalry, but we'll get there in a second.
Becky is trying so hard to be such a dastardly heel that it's and we're still cheering for her, that it's verging on, and Travis is going to hate me to say this, it's verging on Stone Cold territory.
Oh, there have been comparisons with her and him and Becky for the last 2 or 3 months.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, God damn, the camera. Dude, we got to come up with a better solution for the camera. Is that not how you normally have it? How do you normally have it set up?
How about we try that?
All right.
Can't fall back if the spine's there. There we go.
That might be
now
better.
I got to sit down. God damn, dude. You're watching.
Yeah, I'm watching the playback. Can't believe that.
My biggest highlight overall.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, best last person standing match ever. Maybe including takeovers, this might be the best WWE Network event we've had this year. I mean,
it's better than Australia.
Yeah. That might have been better than WrestleMania.
Hell, that's already better than Crown Jewel.
Well, sure, we'll get to that. I'm going to get to that nugget in a bit. My match of the week pick might. I'm torn between 2 of them.
Okay.
They made Nikki into a credible threat.
Nikki Bella?
Yeah, against Ronda Rousey. The match was better than I thought it was going to be from Nikki's side. Ronda did everything that she normally does that I like, borderline adore. Nikki didn't do any worse in that match. She didn't do it. She wasn't she wasn't botching all over the fucking place. What? She was actually more competent than her. And there was some stuff in there. Dude, the flip into the armbar from the top rope.
Yeah, that was cool.
But I think my pick might be the finals of the Mae Young Classic.
Okay, that was a very good match. That's a match
short and sweet. Well. I never once looked at the clock saying this is too long.
Match we can do, I should say.
It felt just right.
Okay.
There was some stuff in there that I hadn't seen before, or at least I don't remember seeing before. The top rope springboard into the sunset flip.
Yeah.
They've actually wrestled once or twice in the indie, so there was already chemistry there, and you can tell watching that match that they know each other enough to give us the match that they gave us. They gave us a great match, but they didn't overdo it to the point where I don't want to see it again. I definitely want to see this again, maybe 3 or 4 months down the road. My only asterisk as far as pertaining to the event itself is twofold. Number one, past, present, future. There was only 2 girls from NXT and 2 girls from Mae Young Classic. I was hoping to see a couple of Mae Young Classic tournament participants or somebody in this battle royal.
All right.
You know, that's number one. And and I would have still kept it at 20. There were a lot of women in that battle royal where you could have made singles matches or tag matches instead of giving it to us ad nauseum on especially SmackDown. You could have given us one of the Iconics against Asuka and one of the Iconics against Naomi, or given us or the tag team that you've already done twice in the last 6 weeks on SmackDown.
Yeah.
You know, and to relegate those girls that we've pretty much been wanting for a while into that match instead of giving them their own stage, their own platform, kind of felt a little underwhelming.
Okay.
But overall,
two, because you said
that was part. One is lack of more younger people.
Okay.
Like Arnold will be here go, where's Dakota Kai? Like I'm over here going, where's Bianca Belair? You'd probably be over here going, where's Nikki Cross?
Yeah.
The gift to that would have been take some of the girls out that I think should have had their own match. You have so many, you have 50 women on the roster, and you only gave us 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 one-on-one matches.
Okay.
4 one-on-one matches. And you have a roster full of 50 women. Past, present, future. You could have given us more. And if you're gonna make the effort, to start this pay-per-view like every other pay-per-view, with that women, you had an extra 35 minutes. You could have given us another singles match.
That I see your point, but I'll give you a counterpoint. At the end of Evolution, I was like, oh, that was good. I like that it didn't go any longer. I like that there wasn't another fucking hour. I like the fact that it wasn't 4 or 5 hours long with the hour pre-show before, and oh fuck.
And a red carpet. Oh, come on.
It felt, well, I didn't watch the red carpet, but it felt like a really good episode of SmackDown. Not even Raw, because Raw could get too long. You know,
it has been.
I don't know
3 hours.
I don't know exactly how long Evolution, singles or a tag match, like you're saying. I think it would have ventured into that territory where it was like too goddamn long. At least that's how I felt at the end of it. But I see your point that you wanted maybe some more of the future generation.
I feel like they didn't give people that are jumping onto the women's bandwagon right now, or casual people that watch Total Divas that are watching this event, a reason to pay $9.95 to watch the network.
Okay.
And that's where I'm saying, give us some more Mae Young people, give us Mia Yim, give us some NXT people, show them the reason. Oh, past, present, future. Where do I find the future? Duh, it's on NXT.
Well, but you did have the Mae Young Classic Finals and the NXT Women's Championship match there. So, I mean, that's 2 out of the 5 matches that they had.
4 out of 50. 4 women out of over 50.
It's just 4 women. It's just 4 women. I get the number of ladies numbers, but the number says that's 2 out of the matches out of a 3-hour pay-per-view. I think that's representative.
2 of 7? You think so?
2 of 7, yeah. For the future, because you got past, present, and future.
All right.
Robert Medlin says this. What's up, Robert? By the way, thank you for joining us on this Halloween. It says the match I wanted to see was Ivory versus Asuka.
Oh my god!
All right, so you want to talk about the lack of certain types of competitors in the Battle Royal? I would like to say I fucking love that Battle Royal. It was so good. There was nice mix of different little storylines that went into it and came out of it, and also some storylines that were just there just for funsies in the middle of it too. And that was one of them. Ivory just break. Yeah, it was a dance break, but yeah, Ivory all of a sudden just like kicking ass, like, oh, that's cool. You know what? She was in the Final Four or the Final Five, something like that. Yeah, that was really awesome. I liked it, and the fact that it was for something. It was #1 contendership for, you know, a Raw or SmackDown title. I thought that was pretty darn cool too. It lent meaning to it, and the fact that like when we got down to the Final Four, it wasn't like, oh, this is gonna be random. It's gonna be like, oh shit, whoever wins this, they're gonna be next in line. Oh, you know, I cared about it. So not only was it fun, but I was also like invested into who was actually gonna win the goddamn thing.
Disappointed or approving of Nia Jax winning?
Approving. Very much so approving.
We're going to try again with Nia Jax, huh?
I'm going to try again with Nia Jax. I'm not going to give up on Nia Jax. I fucking love Nia Jax. I don't know why.
You big girls got to stick together, huh?
Yeah. That's maybe part of it. No, man, I just like Nia. And I think that if given the proper circumstances, a proper push, which I think she's gotten 7 out of 10 as far as like proper pushes go. If she ever got a 10 out of 10 push, man, I'm going to fucking love it. I'm going to love it.
Curveball here.
Okay.
I think one of the standouts for me was Ivory.
Okay.
And I was fantasy booking while I was watching that match live in Dallas. I was like, man, every time they have these battle royals or Royal Rumbles where they have like old school people show up, they don't really do much. They're just there for show.
Yeah, and
I can imagine Ivory winning the battle royal, challenging Ronda for Raw. Ronda saying, you know what? I have too much respect for you. I grew up watching you watching Glow. Okay. I grew up with you watching the Attitude Era. I don't want to do anything to you that's going to affect your well-being from here on out. So I'm not taking the match, and have Ivory fire Ronda up to make Ronda take this match, and have that, not so much Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, but that match where Ric Flair, Triple H from Raw, where Triple H fired up Ric Flair to the point that Ric Flair was the man, and he came this close to actually winning the world title off of Triple H, and then the mutual respect. Or that, oh man, Ivory versus Rousey, or fucking Ivory versus Charlotte.
Ooh.
With that,
yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh,
I like your idea of your fantasy booking there. I want to present my own fantasy booking involving Ivory. Ivory wins. She goes on to fight Ronda. Ronda's like, I have too much respect for you, but you're contractually obligated, so she has to. So you don't see vicious Ronda, you know, where she all of a sudden stone faces and gets all mad. You see the respect smiley Ronda, and you see respect smiley Ronda,
8-year-old Ronda, the fan.
You see her the entire match, and that costs her. She gets a roll up, and it cost her. And then, whoa, wait, what? And that shocks everybody.
Yeah,
that would be crazy. But
I had flashbacks of Steamboat at Mania 25. Holy shit, Ivory's going. Oh shit, she's still going. Holy shit, she can still go. And she's like winning people over left and right. I was like, God damn.
She looked a lot better than Alundra did.
Oh man. But Alundra put herself through hell.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she was walking straighter than Kurt Angle.
She's lived a hard life.
Oh shit.
But a full life.
Mm-hmm.
She has.
Mm-hmm. What's your low light from Evolution? Is there one?
The 3-on-3. I love me some Ruby Riott. I love the Riot Squad. I could say with a clear conscience, I love Becky and I love Sasha. Now I'm like, I love Becky, or excuse me, not Becky, Bailey. I love Bailey. I love Sasha. Right? Do I? I think I do.
Yourself.
Like I don't even know. Like I see him and I'm like, you know, like I don't even care. And like the rest of the match was like, all right, yeah. Like I didn't care.
Indifferent. Yeah, I was the same way. And it was a good match. I liked it.
It was decent.
I was rooting for the Riot Squad, even in the prediction show. I was hoping the Riot Squad would take another W.
Me too.
Mostly, you know, Liv Morgan.
That is funny that you just did that because the fucking Fruit Loops made your tongue blue.
Win. Do you see this being an annual thing?
Evolution?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why not. Yeah, sure. Like it could be. I would hate for it to have been the first ever and only all women's pay-per-view. Especially considering what we're about to get into with Crown Jewel. Mm-hmm. You know, you could look as far as like how much WWE fucking masturbated themselves to death with the whole, we're all about progress, you know, and then the week later, 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing. I don't know. There's a lot of judgment still to be had there, and I don't want to count all my chickens.
We're not the only ones noticing this because I heard it on Sunday, I heard it on Monday, I heard it on Tuesday.
Which was?
They're not even the fact that they're not announcing that the pay-per-view's live from Saudi Arabia. You throw that Crown Jewel logo up on the big screen for everybody in the audience to see it, and they are booing, like Roman Reigns level booing almost. That they kind of like, yeah, the veil's not over our eyes. We see you're kind of fucking up.
Yeah.
We like the women's, but now you're reminding us why we are booing, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to give a prediction.
Okay.
Something to expect in 2019. A little teaser for our end of the year episode. What I'm expecting for 2019
is,
because the WWE likes to do a lot of firsts, next year's next all-women pay-per-view, the first ever Queen of the Ring tournament.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I better fucking have everybody. I mean, everybody.
Well, if it's a tournament, you're only going to have 8.
Have qualifiers on NXT, Raw, and SmackDown.
Okay.
And mix in the girls. Maybe have a feud go in there. So, like 6 months from now, somebody from SmackDown's feuding over the new NXT chick because the NXT chick beat the SmackDown chick in the tournament.
Okay.
You know? But I was pleasantly surprised how much I have to admit this up front. I watched it in pieces, but I watched half of it live. I watched the first half live while I was waiting in line for the concert. And then the other matches I watched sporadically. Today I watched the last hour like all together.
Okay.
It was pleasantly very entertaining. I liked it a lot. I got a bit of the feels hearing a lot of nothing but women, little kids screaming and chanting for all these wrestlers. It's like,
yeah.
If we didn't have to scratch the surface itself, it would have been just a great picture. The whole event, the whole story, everything. Unfortunately, that's not the case. You know, we're having, obviously at the end of the day, we're having this event because they can't go to Saudi, and we had to get them something to do.
Gotcha.
You know,
yeah.
I've heard people online saying this is probably the best event of the year. Period.
I'm up
to it's like right here. There's one beneath, one above it, barely, and it's because of the principle. One pay-per-view was started because of a dare that it couldn't be done, and it sold out in 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. I see.
Another pay-per-view was done after the fact because they're returning to a country that they're not allowing these women to perform. With one exception, Renee Young is going to be on commentary. So she better wear a very long sleeve sweater and very long pants.
She probably can.
Yeah.
I pull it off.
Yeah.
All right, but I feel like we're veering a little bit more into some other talk. So I want to wrap up the stuff from Evolution. All right, one other low light. It kind of hurts me to say this. But man, Trish and Lita, come on, dog. Like, nah, that just it didn't work, man. Lita seemed rusty as hell. Trish ain't the same Trish, even though like she's still in shape. It's just, I don't know. And then going up against Foxy instead of Lexi, which I understand why Lexi didn't compete. You know, I'm not gonna really hold it against him, but I'm gonna hold it against him. Yeah, it's just like.
But that leaves a possibility on the table, though.
Yeah, it does. It does. But for this purposes, I didn't really care about it. That's a low light for me.
So you give Trish and Lita 4 months to get off the rust. Fill in this blank. At WrestleMania, I want to see Alexa Bliss wrestle
Mickey.
So you would go over Trish and Lita, and you would rather have Alexa wrestle Mickey.
I'd rather have a Mickey turn on Alexa. Oh no, an Alexa turn on Mickey. That way we can cheer for Alexa. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well,
maybe. aside from like Ronda or Becky, like if it has to be one of the old timers, if it has to be one of them, I'd pick Mickey because Mickey, I don't know. They put a lot of focus on Trish and Lita. They always do, and she's always they're both always a little underwhelming as far as performing now. Mm-hmm. But Mickey's not underwhelming now. Mickey, she kind of doesn't get her own comeuppance. I think it was Beth, which, by the way, a lot of props to Beth. I think
she
Beth
did a whole lot better on commentary than she did before.
Hot take: she outshined Renee on commentary.
That's not Renee's fault. We said that last week. This is a no sausage party. Cole needed to get out.
Yeah, Cole did have a big sausage in there.
And he was like shoving it in there. He's like, dude, let some of the segments breathe. Let some of the girls talk, man.
One time he did say men instead of woman, and he like corrected himself, and that was funny. All right. Is that all the lowlights? Because I have one last highlight that I like to get to.
Go for it.
Unless you have anything else.
No.
You kind of mentioned this a little bit. I want to expound upon it. You said that it was really cool hearing all the women and the kids cheering, right? What I thought was cool as well. I don't want to say cooler, but it was something that I noticed. How many fucking dudes were in that audience? And how many dudes were in there cheering and like genuinely enjoying this show? Like, I thought that if I looked out at the crowd, the only people that are going to buy tickets to this are probably going to be women. So it might be 80% women and 20% men. No,
really?
It was probably more of a 60-40 split.
Really?
60% being dudes.
Shimmer runs a lot of shows in the Northwest, and I've heard a lot of women feel uncomfortable that like all the ringside are full of those fat, ugly, stinky ball like creepers that are just staring at. Oh my god!
I didn't think a lot of them were creepers though.
I didn't either.
That's my point. There were so many dudes in that audience that didn't seem like there was creepers. Yeah, I'm sure there was a few, but who looked like they were genuinely reacting, genuinely enjoying the show. This wasn't fucking Toledo at a house show where they weren't reacting. These motherfucking dudes were reacting to everything. Everything. They were reacting.
And the husbands, man.
Oh, that was fucking adorable. That was adorable. There's Mike out there, Canellis.
Mike with the baby in the headphones.
Yeah. Usos out there.
Miz and Maurice.
And Maurice were both out there cheering for Asuka. Yeah. That was cool.
Did we get Rusev out there?
No, I don't remember seeing him. I don't remember seeing him.
But yeah,
that was cool, man.
That I wouldn't mind seeing again.
Yeah.
That's it for Evo.
That's it.
That's it for Evo.
Okay. Overall, good. Thumbs up.
Giving you some credit on an opinion you had a couple weeks ago.
Ooh.
Where it might have been you saying that why do the people in Saudi Arabia have to suffer losing a show for the fact of a bad leadership?
Gotcha. Okay. Yes.
This show sold out in 3 hours with a week's notice.
Okay.
Granted, a lot of this card is already announced. Usually cards aren't completely built by the time tickets go on sale, but regardless, whatever opinion of the government aside or businesses trying to do business after the fact, there's still an audience there that deserved the show, and they showed it by selling the whole thing out in 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That still didn't change a couple people's opinions because Cena and Bryan were rumored that they were pulling out, and up until last week, up until a couple of days ago, we didn't know how they were going to write them out.
We found that out
Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
Cena was just like, he didn't even wrestle for the spot. We're not giving it to him. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Bryan's was a little more elaborate.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to now because the WWE title defense is AJ Styles against Samoa Joe. My anticipation for this is at a 0.
Whoa! You, the Jomo-sexual over here, the fucking Samoa Joe-ophile. You have a 0 for a match involving a Samoa Joe for a world title. 0. Defend yourself.
My predictions for any Joe match at a title after Crown Jewel will be in the negative scale if he doesn't win this belt. This is again.
Oh.
Again, we've already went through Joe 3 times. The story got better. The story progressed. They not only defeated Joe cleanly, cleanly at the end to end the feud. The feud was pretty much done. They're literally bringing him back from obscurity because his opponent refuses to go overseas to support this event. So as a match, I'm not looking forward to this at all.
Is it a foregone conclusion that AJ's winning this?
Yes, it's a foregone conclusion. Not to mention, I think they jumped the shark with me on Daniel Bryan.
Oh,
here's where I think they jumped the shark on Daniel Bryan. I'm gonna explain why.
I don't think the camera catches that. It's not low enough. There you go.
So I'm gonna explain why. He has an opinion. He believes his opinion. He doesn't want to support this. He's not going overseas. Write me out. All right, we're gonna write you out. You've been on this program. The reason you're returning to this program is to prove that you're still championship material. Your dream is still alive. And you tap out clean. You're not passing out by submission. You're not making an effort to get to the bottom rope. You're not, it didn't feel, it felt like the character Daniel Bryan officially died for me. That literally, that basically, that's Rick from Walking Dead now. It's over with. Done. I ain't got to wait till Sunday. I just got it.
Damn.
Done.
Shit, son.
So, fuck it. Turn Bryan heel with the Bellas. Do something different. But him as a babyface chasing the dream has officially been killed. If you have a dream, you do not tap out, ever. You die your last breath before you admit that you can't do it, before you admit that you give up. That does not work.
Would it have been better? And would your feelings about Joe versus AJ have been better if Bryan didn't tap out? If it was a knee injury, which I thought they were doing in the first half of the match, and referee stoppage, and then Joe comes out, beats the shit out of everybody. How would your feelings be different?
Yeah, I don't even think you would have to go that far. They had a perfect out when Styles countered the label lock into the Styles Clash. Yeah, I thought that would have been an awesome end, and it would have saved face. But to have your baby face of all baby faces from the comeback story that he's had literally tap out, he's giving up. That's like Rocky wanting to get knocked out and loses the fight. Like, that's it. Like, there's, as a baby face, I think he's done for me.
Wow. Okay.
And it wouldn't have saved, it would have still complicated things. Even, well, I guess if they did the knee injury. Well, even now it's now it does
because it seemed like that's what they were going to do at the beginning of the match.
Yeah.
D-Bry landed bad on a suicide dive that he did not land bad on, but he was just selling the knee and selling the knee and selling the knee. I thought that's what they were going to do. They were, oh, no, he fucked up his knee. Oh, he can't travel. Oh, my God. You know, but no, you're right. It wound up being a tap out.
Yeah.
All right.
What's your anticipation for this new WWE title match?
My anticipation level is at a 4. I would have liked for it to be higher considering it's Joe versus AJ. But I think the part of it being a foregone conclusion that AJ's probably winning this has kind of got me like, and you could kind of tell that the writers weren't anticipating this. So they're just kind of reheating the leftovers from last week, kind of, and kind of throwing Joe back in there, which sucks for Joe because that means he's had 4 chances at a title now that he's not going to win. God
Technically damn. 5 with Lesnar. Well, that's different because he still had the mean soup. And
regardless, still, how many times can you challenge for a title and not win and still be considered credible? You know, and that really sucks for Joe. Career-wise, not just booking-wise right now, career-wise. Look at Ziggler. Ziggler had a crack at it a couple of times. He actually tasted the gold for a little bit, but then, you know, they took it away. He got the concussion, and you're never going to put that stink back onto him. You're trying to put that stink onto him, and it's a lot of hard work. Almost kind of like, hot take, Miz. I don't know if the Miz is ever going to reach that mountaintop again because of the stink of WrestleMania 24, you know, or 23. What was it?
27.
7? Whatever.
27.
Okay. Yeah, 27. I went
Miz and Cena, right?
Yeah. Miz and Cena. 27. He was on top of the mountain. And then they fucked up with shoehorning The Rock and shoehorning the truth with them, or R-Truth with them, and they fucking bumbled it. And they could have fixed it right then and there, but they never did. And they let that sit on the back burner for 3, 4, 5 years until he finally said, hey, enough is enough, which is great. And he's on a roll. He's fucking on fire now, and everybody loves him. But I don't think WWE is ever going to put him in that position again to be anything more than maybe Intercontinental or upper mid-card or jobber to the stars. Yeah. I think that's where Joe is, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong.
Who you got winning?
AJ.
Yeah.
Now, won't it be some shit? Won't that be some shit if Joe did win? And in the process, AJ turns heel. I've had a twinge of heel turn AJ with this little feud with Brian, with the whole Pinocchio thing and him, lying. Oh, I really meant to hit you. It was on purpose. He's still coming out as a babyface, but, there could have made a case where he wasn't. And then remember, during the feud with Joe, there was a few things that I was picking up on, like, I don't know if WWE is clever enough, but they could have really turned some of those things into a heel type thing real easy. They might still be able to do it, but it's not enough to move my needle.
Here's the other part that's not so much hamstringing the booking, but it's making it less. It's lowering the expectations a bit.
All right.
We've already gotten it from the women's side, which we'll get to in a bit. They're gonna do champ versus champ again, just like last year.
Yeah.
Do you really want to see AJ versus Lesnar again?
Ooh, no.
Do you want to see AJ versus Strowman?
Maybe, yeah.
Or would you rather want to see Joe versus Strowman?
Ooh.
The thing that I was leaning towards was Daniel Bryan against Brock Lesnar, because that had been teased for a while, and you put that on Survivor Series where there's not really a stake in it because it's just for brand supremacy.
Yeah,
and have again the underdog story. I just had my dream come true, and I'm gonna get eaten alive by the monster or by the beast, the conqueror.
Yeah.
So for them to just like completely not go with Daniel Bryan at all, it almost feels like a punishment for saying, you know what, no, I don't want to do it, and you can't make me do it, because if you do, I'm not going to re-sign my contract, and I'll be the highest paid indie wrestler in all of the world.
Who's to say that it's not a punishment? This whole goddamn thing might be a punishment. I mean, of all the guys on the roster that would give enough fucks to actually stand up for their own beliefs, and also at the same time get away with it in WWE, it's Cena. And maybe sort of kind of Brian, but he's not going to get away unscathed. Anybody else? Fuck no. You think if Dean tried to say this, I'm not going? Fuck no. Also, I don't think Dean would give a fuck, but I don't think he would. If he wanted to. He wouldn't get away with it. Ziggler wouldn't get away with it. Roman wouldn't. Well, Roman might get away with it.
They would pay Roman more to go because they know that he's needed. Yeah. Again, that's WWE's chosen guy to be the flagship. So they would do enough to compensate for him to be there, as opposed to just letting him not go.
I mean, if Lesnar gave enough fucks, which he definitely doesn't have enough fucks to give, but if Lesnar gave enough fucks where he was like, I'm not going to Saudi, he could get away with it. But he's definitely he's
1 foot out the door kind of guy. He's ready for UFC.
He only ticks off one of those boxes. He doesn't tick off both of those boxes. The only two guys that tick off both of those boxes, and even then, there's ink running out of the pen when you tick off one of those boxes with D-Bry, is D-Bry and Cena. That's it. Nobody else could get away with it.
So we'll see. Strowman versus Lesnar, 1-on-1, a rematch from last year's Hell in a Cell.
Anticipation level?
4.
Really?
Remember, guys, that Hell in a Cell match wasn't good. It wasn't. So I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what's going on. But I'm at a 4.
All right.
Where are you?
I'm at a 7. Mostly because it's Lesnar versus Strowman. And I'm pretty sure, I'm fairly confident that this is Strowman's time to shine and he's actually going to get the title. I think that if it wasn't for the shit with Roman, Lesnar may not even be in this matchup, even though they announced it as like a 3-way. I thought they were going to have Lesnar in there protected and have a loss because he wasn't in the decision. But now that it's one-on-one, are they really going to give the title back to him when he's already said, "Hey, I'm done. I'm doing this stuff with UFC."
But he wants to go into UFC. He wants to go to UFC with the belt, though.
I don't know, though. I mean, it feels like they already made that decision. Are they really going to go back on that decision and just not give it to Strowman? So there's a little bit of intrigue there with that situation. I think it's Strowman's time to shine. I really want Strowman to have it, and I'm cheering for Strowman now that they did this whole quasi heel turn with the unshield, and now that the unshield is away, he's back to a babyface. I'm like, good, we can pick up where we left off with fucking Strowman being a babyface. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm excited there, and yeah, the match at Hell in a Cell wasn't all that great, but I'm willing to give him a second chance. So I'm at a 7 on this.
So you got Strowman winning this?
I got Strowman winning this.
I have Lesnar winning this.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Anything to add there, Sparky?
No, it's not that. It's like I'm trying to find some fervor, some excitement, some sizzle. My anticipation for Brothers versus Destruction versus DX is at a 0.
I'm at a 0. No, I take that back. I'm at a 2. And all 2 of those is for DX's music.
I'll take it back. I'm at a 1 because of that recall of the old Cemetery promo with Taker and Kane.
Okay.
But oh my God. Sometimes I don't want to know what's behind the curtain because then it just, the taste isn't the same. I didn't have to know that Sean's taking 10 mil to come out of retirement to take this match.
You don't want to know what's in hot dogs.
No. It's edible and it comes in and it goes out the same way everything else does. Just eat it.
Yeah.
It just, this falls under the category of ungenuine. You know?
Ungenuine.
Yeah.
You mean disingenuous?
There you go, disingenuous. Okay, you're trying your best to bring out everybody from the dead. You're bringing out Undertaker. You're bringing out HBK. You're gonna get the hologram from Randy Savage. I'm sorry, not Randy. You're getting Hulk Hogan to host the damn thing. I mean, I get it.
God damn it.
I get it. You're getting big money out of this, but I want to watch the first 3 seasons of The Walking Dead. I don't want to watch the first 3 seasons of Fear the Walking Dead. I want the good stuff of WWE. Okay. And I feel like I'm getting like the parade brand WWE at this event with the way that some of the things have turned out the way they've turned out.
Okay.
You know?
Especially since they kind of did some of that too the last time they went to Saudi, where they brought out some of the old timers just for the
They rehashed a pay-per-view we just had 3 months before.
Because of the Saudi money.
Yeah. I honestly don't care who wins.
Oh, I have no fucks to give.
Okay, so we're moving on. We're gonna have some fun.
Okay.
You and I are gonna try our best together.
Okay.
To figure out who the fuck is winning this World Cup.
Ooh. I have a prediction on who's not winning the World Cup.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Round 1. Seth Rollins against Bobby Lashley.
All right. So let's say that the WWE wrote out brackets. Right? And they already know who was going to be in the finals weeks ago before they found out Cena wasn't going to be there. This is Cena's spot. All right? So if they didn't change any of the brackets, they didn't change anything, I'm saying Bobby Lashley's winning this. Seth doesn't need the win. He's the tag team champ and the Intercontinental champ. Let Cena win. But of course, it's not Cena, it's Lashley. So if you want to keep the brackets the same and don't have a bracket buster because of Cena, then okay, Lashley's going to win. So what?
I would have Dean beat the hell out of Seth before the match even starts, and Lashley wins the first round by default.
Okay.
Fuck it. Your story's already there.
Okay.
Seth Rollins can take a loss. He could take a D-not-S, do not show.
Okay.
Like it's easy. Lashley's winning this for me. Okay. I got Lashley winning this match.
Okay.
My anticipation for this is actually at about a 6 because Lashley can have great matches with competent wrestlers, and Seth has been very competent. He's been lighting Raw on fire for the most part of this year, even to the point where you might get tired of it because he's that good compared to everybody else on that roster. So Rollins and Lashley brings a matchup that is fresh to me.
Okay.
And I want to see it.
Okay.
So I'm at about a 6 or 7.
I'll give it about a 4.
Okay.
I like Seth a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that there's anything to this matchup for him. And Lashley is the one that's shoehorned because it's not Cena. That's it. And I fucking hate Leo Rush.
So he's doing his job.
He's doing his job. I fucking hate him.
On the other side of that Raw bracket, Dolph Ziggler against Kurt Angle. What you got?
Assuming Lashley wins, I got Ziggler winning this.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a very rare heel versus heel matchup. Okay. But I think that spot, again, was for Cena. And we were going to have Cena versus Ziggler. Okay. If they didn't change up the brackets and they just substituted 1 for 1. All right. Ziggler versus Cena would have been a really good matchup. A matchup that you don't see all that often, especially one-on-one. It would have been intriguing. I think it's still just as intriguing if it was Lashley, because Lashley and Cena have the same build, and not heel face stuff, but just the way the actual mechanics of the match work. I think the mechanics of the matchup could be good. All right. Now the fact that one's a heel, the other's a heel, that adds the thing that I just said, where it's that's interesting, heel versus heel stuff. That can only happen in a tournament. All right. So I think in order to get there, Ziggler's got to beat Old Man Kurt.
Man, assuming that I got Lashley winning, Lashley will have a great professional wrestling match against Seth Rollins. I expect Lashley to have a great shoot fight against Kurt motherfucking Gold Medal with a broken freaking neck Angle. I got Angle beating Ziggler and going on to the semifinals, which again, that's I just bitched about how much I was disappointed at the fact of a underdog story just pulled out from under the rugs. I want to see Angle at least win one match in this tournament and move on to prove that the old man still got it.
Okay.
And then, it'll be a credible way for Angle to lose to the former MMA fighter in Bobby Lashley.
And that means that would have been Angle versus Cena, which would have been a great matchup too. A great throwback to when Cena first came out. Oh, that would have been cool.
Aggression.
All right. That would have been cool. All right.
So to close out the Raw bracket, Lashley versus Angle for me.
For you.
Oh, by the way, I'm at a 6 for the Angle Ziggler match also.
I'm at a 7.
If I'm getting Lashley versus Angle, I'm at a 9.
Okay.
And that's putting aside that Angle can't walk straight. Angle can't stand up straight. Once that bell rings, all the joints are lubed and the wrestling machine, the cyborg, he goes.
He got that shot of cortisone in his knee.
He's Logan, the last shot with his superpowers before he fades away into obscurity. That's going to be Angle in the second round. He's going to run out of gas so fast, but that 5 minutes is going to be fucking awesome.
Glorious.
I've got Lashley beating Angle.
Okay.
I've got Lashley leading the Raw side of that bracket.
Okay.
You have Ziggler versus Lashley.
Yeah.
Who do you got winning?
Well, my anticipation level for that matchup, if that's what happens, I'm going to be excited. My anticipation level is going to be a 7. Okay, not quite as high as you for your particular match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quite as excited for it, but it could be a good fucking match. All right. Now, I think Cena didn't need to go to the finals. All right. Even in front of the Saudi crowd, he didn't need to go to the finals. All right.
Akbar.
Yeah. I got Ziggler stealing it out of Cena, but we're substituting in Lashley. He's going to steal it away from Lashley, and he's going to go to the motherfucking finals.
Ooh.
You've never given him anything that is like, oh fuck, this is the thing. This is his fucking thing. Why not give him something that doesn't really matter, but you're still saying is the best in the world? Something for a cocky heel to run around and parade around all the goddamn time. Yeah, sure. Jericho didn't really win a whole lot of championships, but the one time he fucking did, he reminds everybody he beat The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the same goddamn night. He reminds you of that 15, 20 years later, he's going to be talking about that his goddamn retirement.
It's on his tombstone.
Yes. His grandkids are going to be talking about my grandpappy beat The Rock and the Stone Cold in the same goddamn night.
He's gonna be Abraham Simpson on that stoop telling kids about the lemon tree.
Yeah.
Lemon tree. Fuck, I wish Arnold was here. God damn. So you got Ziggler in the finals.
I got Ziggler going to the finals.
We'll get back to that. We will get back to that.
Hector says, "Who invited James Mitchell to the show?"
Yes,
James Mitchell. Why didn't I could have been running around saying I was James Mitchell this entire time, but it didn't.
Not without those fangs.
Yeah. Well, they're in my pocket. Sinister Minister.
Anticipation level for Miz versus Jeff Hardy.
I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's going to be a very interesting matchup between the both of them. My anticipation level for this is an 8. First round matchup.
Right below you, I'm at a 7.
Yeah, 7. Okay.
But it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Because Miz being the little cowardly heel is gonna play well against Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. I have no idea who to pick on this one.
Well, you're gonna have to because we're playing the game.
Well,
I've got Hardy winning.
Okay.
I've got Jeff Hardy beating the Miz and going on to the next. Oh man, this bracket is gonna be crazy.
All right, so you got Hardy winning.
You have to pick somebody.
I'll pick the opposite. I'll pick the Miz.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have a whole lot of bracketology on that side behind that pick, but fuck it, I'll go with the Miz. Why not?
I'm at an 8 for Orton versus Mysterio.
Okay.
Rematch from WrestleMania 22 minus Kurt Angle in that triple threat match. I have Rey Mysterio beating Orton.
Okay. I have a 7 for this matchup. The matchup's going to be pretty darn good. I want to see what all Rey Mysterio could do, and I'm looking forward to seeing him wrestle at least twice in the night. So, yeah, Rey Mysterio's beating Randy Orton.
Your anticipation for what could be Rey Mysterio against The Miz, which we already got on SmackDown.
Right.
Keep that in mind.
8.5.
Wow. Was the SmackDown match that good for you that you wanted more?
I think this match is going to be better.
Woo-hoo! And that's not a disagreeing reaction.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, okay.
I liked the match. I think on SmackDown, I think this match is going to be better. I enjoy the things that Mysterio is doing out there. Mysterio and Miz, they could tear down the house. It's going to be the sleeper match of the tournament.
Okay. I think the match that could steal the show, my anticipation, if this match happens, will be at an 11. Jeff Hardy versus Rey Mysterio, semifinals.
Okay.
Respect versus respect. The little guy that flies around against the big guy that's been fairly grounded lately.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's been relying too much on the flippy dippies for so long that his back's about as crooked as a Jenga tower. But still, I'm liking the concept of these two guys in the ring against each other. And I don't know if we've ever seen it. You have to refresh my memory if they might have wrestled on an episode of SmackDown one-off or whatever.
They may have,
but it's been so long.
It'll feel fresh to us.
Yeah, it'll feel fresh to me. Yeah. I'm at you don't sign a guy like Rey Mysterio. You don't make the effort to keep him off the Jericho cruise the entire time just to have him squashed. I think I have Mysterio going to the finals of this tournament. I have Mysterio beating Hardy.
I agree. Mysterio is going on to the finals.
So you've got Ray going over Miz.
Ray going over bracket. Miz.
What's your you already gave your anticipation.
Yeah, my anticipation level, 8.5. I think Mysterio's winning this. Okay. Now there's something in the live chat that Hector is bringing up. And yes,
what's up, man?
Yes, Hector, what's up? Thank you for joining us. He says, you guys had to factor in the stipulation that got added from SmackDown. Well, sir, I am factoring that in with my prediction for the finals. Or at least the finals the way I see it. Ziggler versus Mysterio.
Oh, my God. I would be at a 10 for that.
I would be at a 10 for that, too. That's going to be a goddamn fucking badass match.
You're at a 10.
Yes. Yes.
And I know we've had that post
Why not?
Squad. We've had it,
good.
but it's
going to be good.
Yeah. Yeah. Ziggler's a fucking selling machine, which might be underrated by a lot of people because he's easy to hate.
Yeah.
Ziggler's easy to gloss over.
Yeah.
But he is a bumping machine, and Ray being that pinball, that's going to be fun.
This is going to be good. That's going to be a good fucking match.
I'm at a 10 with you.
All right. Well, so you have who do you have in your finals?
My finals: Ray, the little giant against Lashley, the big giant.
Oh, all right. Let me finish my part.
Go for it.
You can do your version. Your version.
Yours.
The stipulation is that whoever shows up in the finals for SmackDown, if they do not win, they are fired from SmackDown.
You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the fuck away from SmackDown.
Rey Mysterio, your ass is going to 205 Live.
Holy shit, biscuit! That's your write-off?
That is my prediction. That is my write-off. Ziggler's gonna win this, and Ziggler's gonna be that heel who, you know what? He didn't have great title runs, but god damn it, he's the best in the world because he won that fucking tournament at Crown Jewel, and he's gonna let you know about it from here until forever because there's probably not gonna be another Crown Jewel tournament ever again.
Okay, so fuck Crown Jewel. Give me Rey Mysterio against fucking Hideo Itami.
All right, that's my other side. Rey Mysterio could be the one fucking secret weapon that Vince sometimes likes to throw a curveball and use when you have a third brand that's kind of struggling, the way he did with Chris Benoit, the way he tried to do with CM Punk after they developed Punk for WWE CW. They trying to do it with Hideo Itami in 205, but you know, he's kind of lost a lot of luster. You stick Mysterio in fucking 205 Live, that's gonna be maybe the last. That's gonna be the last paddle of the CPR clear to try to make people give a fuck about 205 Live. Is it gonna work? I don't know. I doubt it. But it's a harebrained enough scheme that they might fucking do it.
They gave Mysterio plenty of room because they pulled the Lucha House Party out of 205 and put them on Raw,
right,
to beat fucking the Revival. Fuck, you got Ray. Fuck, chingado, man.
That, sir, is what you call a hot take.
That's your bracket. I'm not mad at your bracket.
All right, so your finals: Lashley versus Mysterio. Hector says Mysterio is going to go to Raw since Raw is low on good wrestlers. Okay, I'm sorry.
Fuck it. Give me Rey Mysterio against Finn Balor.
What's your anticipation level for Lashley versus Rey Mysterio?
9.
Okay.
9.
All right.
Oh my God. You could easily have, oh my God. I could easily have Rey getting destroyed by Lashley, and his first rivalry in 205 Live would be against fucking Lio Rush.
So you think Ray is going to go to 205?
I don't know. You just gave me that idea. I was like, wow, Ray against Lio Rush. Finally somebody his own height. Shit. But I can easily see Ray beating Lashley, leading to a 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 Survivor Series match, and having Ray and Lashley be captains of their team, kind of like settle the score, and then Lashley just like Ascagi's him, just gone. Shit, man. So I don't think I'd be mad either way if my final is Bobby Lashley against Rey Mysterio. I wouldn't be mad either way who wins.
So you'd like Bobby Lashley to be running around calling himself the best in the world, with Lio Rush calling him the best in the world. My man, he smells like money. He's the best in the world.
He looks like money.
He won the crown jewel. Lashley. You want that? You want that?
Hey, I'm caring about Bobby Lashley right now a whole lot more than I did since he fucking got here. So something's working.
All right. So
I'm being sports entertained by that fucking Lio Rush.
Okay.
I think that was the ingredient.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad either way. Like I don't. It's a pick 'em. Lashley and Ray in the finals. Pick 'em. I'll take either one.
So does that mean that you think? Again, this is just going off of my judgment for Lashley Cena. Do you think that meant that Cena should have won that tournament the entire time if you got Lashley winning and they just never changed the bracket? Or do you think this is a complete rewrite of the brackets?
If it was Cena in the finals, I would see Cena lose to Ray.
Ooh.
Cena, the one time that Rey Mysterio wrestled Cena was when Mysterio won the tournament to win the vacated WWE title that CM Punk left behind, just for Cena to come back the next week and beat him and take the title back. I think that's the only time I've seen Cena and Ray wrestle each other. I could be wrong. Again, I'm old. I'm sober, so I'm seeing things I haven't seen before. But I would love to see Cena put over Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
And again, that first match that we saw on Raw when Cena won the belt back, that was fresh as fuck. I love that. I was hoping, honestly, when CM Punk came out, that was the last thing on my mind because I wanted that rematch at SummerSlam, Ray and Cena.
Okay.
So if it was Cena there, might have Cena in the finals, and I would have Cena look at the lights and have Ray win.
Okay. Cool. Now, this could be completely fucked and we could be way off mark here. Jeff Hardy can win the whole goddamn thing, bro. We know, but it's always fun to do our predictions here. Was there,
if the matches are good, out of all 8 of these guys,
Hector even says, correction. It wasn't the next week. It was the same night.
What's the same night?
It was the same night. Yeah. That's when he lost, and then later that night.
I could have sworn Ray had it for a week. He showed up that opening of Raw.
No, he's right. Oh, yeah, he showed up at the
opening of Raw. So in the same night, Ray won the belt. He lost it to Cena, and CM Punk returned. All that happened on that one episode of Raw?
He won the belt. He came out at the beginning. Cena came out, and then Cena and Ray had the match, and then at the end of the night is when the
so Ray had it for a week.
No, it was like the next night. It was like fucking pay-per-view to Raw. It's like, it was. No? Are you sure? Okay.
Punk left. McMahon fired Cena the next night. And then they had the tournament. And then Ray won the belt. And then when Ray won the belt, the next week he came out on Raw. And that's when Cena came back as the first defense and he lost.
Okay.
That sounds like too much to happen in one night. I think I swear Mysterio opened that episode of Raw. Go on the network. Double check us. You got time.
Yeah.
Overall, this tournament is bringing the anticipation level up for me. Because I really don't want to see Styles versus Joe.
Okay.
I really don't want to see DX versus Brothers of Destruction.
Yeah.
I half-assed want to see the conclusion of Lesnar versus Strowman. But I genuinely want to see all 7 matches of this tournament because I don't know. That's everything.
Okay,
that's the whole event.
I mean, 7 matches for a tournament, that is a lot.
7 and then the 3 buffers.
Okay,
for the semifinals.
God damn, there's 10 matches.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're saying. That's everything. There's 10 fucking matches. Yeah. Holy shit. Okay.
Nakamura's not defending his belt. The Seth Rollins isn't defending his belt. Neither of the tag belts are being defended. I think not that I've heard.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of Hulk Hogan in the middle.
Ugh.
And hopefully a lot less propaganda in the middle.
Brother. Yeah. Okay.
How do you say brother in Saudi?
I don't know.
As long as he has a mustache.
Yeah. All right. And he'll probably have to ask Shiki Baby.
Oh my God. What if
Sheik fucking shows up?
They fucking pulled it with the Daivaris the last time. What if Iron Sheik, dude? Dude, man,
Hogan and Shiki, baby.
You better hide the saws if somebody from Iran shows up in fucking Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
dude. At first I was worried that fucking Renee Young wasn't coming back from Saudi, but now you throw in fucking Iron Sheik, baby, dude.
What if
you better count your passports before you hit the airport?
What if Hogan goes out there, babyface reaction because it's Hogan? And the Sheik goes out there, babyface reaction because it's Saudi Arabia. And
Saudis has a war against Iran.
Oh, that's true too. I was gonna say, what if he starts acting like the heel? But you know what? He could be the heel because it's
Iran and Saudi are.
Man, that Middle Eastern politics is complicated as shit. All right,
and their food's hard to digest. Ooh, splatter on the wall. Everyone when you're done. Like,
hey man, samosas are amazing. All right. I don't know how much more extra you want to talk about this, but I think it was you. I don't think it was Arnold. I know it wasn't me that posted up the last week tonight promo. That was you?
Yeah.
All right. I feel like with all of the talk, with the controversy, because we just previewed the actual show. We didn't really get too much to get our hands dirty into the controversy of all
you want to get into the meat of it.
Let's get into a little bit of the nitty gritty, because I think we kind of talked a little bit about it last week, especially with my comment of why punish the Saudi people.
They spoke because they sold it out.
I kind of feel like, what if New Japan said, we're going to have our first ever, I know that ship has sailed, but we're going to have our first ever pay-per-view, and it's going to be Wrestle Kingdom, the greatest Wrestle Kingdom. And no, they call it Wrestle Republic because it's in the United States. let's say they're going to put on a show that's the best fucking show that New Japan's ever done in the States, but Trump did something goddamn stupid like how he always does. And now the people of Japan are like, you shouldn't go there and promote that country. No,
he's raising tariffs. We can't afford to go over there.
Yeah.
No. Tax them. How $500 for the nosebleeds?
How fucked up would that be? And how vocal would American wrestling fans be like, look, man, that's Trump. Half of the country voted for that guy. The rest of us, we didn't vote for him. Why are you punishing us? Come, please. We want to see your show. Come see your show. We'll give you money. We're going to buy the tickets. Jack up the price 2, 3, 5 times. We'll still buy the fucking tickets.
I might not be the right person to answer that question to because I'm a little biased.
Okay. Oh, because you like New Japan so much?
It's not that. If there's great wrestling and it's not in your area, if you want to see it so badly, you will go to their area to see it. I've seen wrestling in 5 different states already, and I've been very vocal that within the next 2 or 3 years, I'm going to be in Japan to watch New Japan. So if Saudis have that much money to burn and they want to see WWE that badly, they can go to London. They can go to Japan. They can come to the States and spend a week here.
Okay.
So I might not be the one to, if you want like an unbiased opinion, I might not be the guy to ask them. Maybe you should ask them.
Okay, well, I'm asking you guys. Anybody listening to this, how do you feel about that opinion? Let's say the shoe's on the other foot. Trump did something goddamn fucking stupid, and New Japan had a show that they were going to come over here, and they're like, you know what? Trump's an idiot. We're not going to come. How would you feel? Because that's kind of how I feel the shoe being on the other foot for the Saudis. The Saudis are, maybe some of them are like, I don't give a fuck what this dictator does. I want to see fucking John Cena, But,
in my country.
In my country. So that, because I don't have the money to go to fucking New York. Maybe there might be people who can't, or maybe they're little kids, their parents don't want to go all the way to fucking States. We're not going to take you over there. I mean, do you guys see my point? Now, is that a valid enough point? Does that argument hold water? I don't know, because Trump's done a lot of stupid stuff, but it's pretty much putting foot into mouth. This dictator murdered a fucking journalist and chopped them up to bits and pieces. That's a little bit different. I get it. All right. But where's the line there? Now, how much of it is greed for Saudi money? How much of it is, hey, we already promised these guys we're going to fucking do the show? And how much of it is, I don't know if I really believe the reports on behalf of Vince. And then I don't know if I believe the reports that they really killed this guy without a cause. Like, are we really that thirsty for protesting stuff that we're going to protest this? And is this a protest that's
Is this the hill you want to die on?
Is this the hill you want to die on? Because, full disclosure, my roommate, Portia, fucking loves wrestling, who watches more wrestling than me, who picks on me for not watching TNA, picks on me for not watching Lucha Underground when I'm supposed to. She said,
you're supposed to be watching TNA too. It's because
she said straight up she's not going to watch Crown Jewel because of this controversy. I'm going to watch it because I have this show and I feel an obligation to watch it, but I'm kind of shaky on how I feel morally about it. But should I really feel that shaky? Because it's not like Vince is the Saudi government, and it's not like he's endorsing killing fucking journalists by going there, but is he?
This is why being raised as a Jehovah's Witness, I'm glad I'm apolitical. Because there's so many threads in that web, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's
Vince might not be the one saying we need to go, but if Brian has a history on social media, if people from Saudi Arabia know from watching an episode of Total Divas that Daniel Bryan is not the kind of person that represents our country.
Yeah.
If Brian were to show up there, would he possibly have the same treatment Oskagi did? In Brian's shoes, oh man, I'm so political that these people know I don't really like this country. I don't want to go to their country by force of my job, knowing in the back of my mind that I got to look over my shoulder every 15 minutes because somebody could cut me.
I mean, wasn't it the same thing where Sami Zayn didn't go the last time?
I think he's because he's Iranian. The Iranian thing. He's not allowed.
Oh yeah, that'd be another reason why Shiki Baby wouldn't be there. Yeah.
So it's so fucking. I appreciate the fact that Vince understood their wishes and actually not made them go. regardless of my personal opinion, if Daniel Bryan got punished for it on SmackDown. But you can't really have a star if the star is not alive. And if the star fears his life, if he goes over there, then you have to respect the human being's wishes and not make him go. You know? But yeah, that's a whole bag full of fuck.
So, all right.
It's hard to grasp.
How comfortable are you watching this?
And
because of the controversy.
So
how comfortable are you?
So let me go on the other side of the coin.
All right.
Fans can appreciate an all-women's pay-per-view, knowing the fact that's why the women are there. People complaining on social media. I'm going to cancel my subscription after Evolution because I don't want the women to suffer. But you want the Saudi fans to suffer. Okay, you're not going to watch Crown Jewel, but you're still going to watch Raw. Still going to watch SmackDown. Still going to pay for the network. Still looking forward to Survivor Series. Does your protest really matter? You can't just half-ass here and there. Love the Patriots, hate Tom Brady. It doesn't work. Love the Rockets, hate James Harden. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can't praise certain things on one side and just ignore everything on the other side that everyone else is focusing on. That's why they're getting all the focus in the first place. You want to make a stand? Arnold said it a couple weeks ago. A couple thousand people cancel the network. Saudi's going to get that back in spades. 800,000 people, half of the network base, cancels their subscription. Oh, shit, we need to rework some contracts here.
Yeah.
So either put your money where your mouth is or don't say anything.
Damn. All right.
You know, I have people that work. You complain. I don't give a fuck anymore. You got a problem? Speak up. If you're not going to speak up, shut the fuck up.
Portion of the live chat goes, well, it doesn't help that Hulk Hogan's on the card. She also said, well, I don't pay for the network, so it's all good. Yeah, because it's all my fucking.
So it's all your dollar.
I'm the one that pays for the network in the house.
He pays with glittered money.
Yeah. Hector says the protest doesn't matter because the Saudis' money pays for the people that the network would drop. But again, how many people are going to drop off of it? I don't know. But, that kind of goes back to the 2 steps forward, 1 step back thing that I mentioned earlier. Oh, man, look at all this progress. Everyone wants to give WWE kudos, rightfully so, for what they did with Evolution. They put on a good goddamn fucking show with all of the women. They played so much respect to women and femininity. And, they had fucking Nikki Strauss out there and Lizzie Hale rocking it. They had the fucking salute fucking song the entire night. And
that's like been burrowed in my head all week.
I swear.
If I don't make that the theme song for tonight's episode, I severely apologize.
Salute. They did such a fucking great thing, but a lot of people in their eyes, them going to Saudi Arabia kind of takes that away.
In argument's sake, the whole point that WWE didn't want to cancel the contract. They feel that there's a possibility that they could be the spark that ignites the flame of change.
Well, that's what they were selling it as the first time they went over there. And you know what? I fucking bought that too.
And now Renee Young's going. Yeah. So is this the beginning that turns the tide over?
There was a point about Renee Young that I saw somewhere. I don't remember where. I think it may have been Randy that even said this too. But anyway, it was, well, she might be allowed to go because her husband maybe is allowing her to go. A card, but if Dean's showing up, then maybe it's okay. Her husband says, and her husband's there, and her husband will be watching.
Because I think the rule is the women can be there as long as their spouses are beside them or something. Does that mean that Renee's only going to be backstage because Dean's backstage? And they can kind of skirt that? Just like they say Cody and Brandy Rhodes or Brandy and Cody Rhodes. So you get the Cody Rhodes even though it's because it's tied to Brandy.
Maybe.
Like,
I don't know.
It's just... When do you pull the plug on the whole thing?
Robert Mendez says it also includes never going to live shows, buying T-shirts, and etc. Yeah. Haven't people on the show state that they weren't going to watch XYZ for lesser? On this show, on our show.
Mm-hmm.
I know Arnold said that he wasn't going to come onto our show if we were going to talk bad about Roman Reigns and the leukemia stuff, but we weren't anywhere. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. What was your question? I got distracted by the live chat.
Where do you pull the plug? Like, what has to happen? For example, Chris Benoit had to kill his family for us to look into look into concussions and brain stuff. What has to happen either in our climate in this country or the climate in Saudi Arabia to cause enough change? If we still have mass shootings in schools and we still don't have gun reform, then what does it take? If we still have somebody getting cut up in their country and we're still doing business with them, what does it take? So what the fuck is it going to take for WWE to be like, okay, at this point, our assets are more important than our income. We're doing what's best for our assets and keeping them in our fucking country.
I don't know if this is past that line or if this is the line, but I'll tell you what, let's say they didn't allow Brian to stay home and they did send Brian out there even under protest, and he even on Twitter said something. Some motherfucker does exactly what you suggested, and they slap him around, they injure him, they stab him, they do worse. If that's not the line, that's at least past the line. And it's unfortunate that people have to be reactionary and not proactive on that, but that might be the line. Once the actual performers themselves are in peril, then maybe that's what it is. We saw this. We fucking saw this at the last Saudi event when they had all those rookies in there that were from Saudi Arabia, and then you had Daivari go out there. All Daivari did was just cut a heel promo. It wasn't even that bad of a heel promo, but he cut a heel promo, and he was getting fucking death threats.
And this is him playing a character on a show in front of a program. That's the point of being in front of you, because you wanted that program in front of you, but you're taking it too personal. He without, in no fault of his own, to quote a phrase, he worked himself into a shoot and now he got death threats.
Yeah. But see, then again, you go back to like the 70s. Heels would get death threats all the time.
Oh, they loved it. Fucking Four Horsemen couldn't leave the arena. I couldn't leave the cage after they turned on Dusty.
Yeah.
At the time, that was what they wanted. That was the reaction they wanted.
They're 40 years behind over there in Saudi.
Oh, fuck. But they're extreme as fuck.
That's true.
Man.
This is
I don't even think
this is a potential fucking quagmire.
I wouldn't go even that far. Was it Ariana Grande in Manchester, the random bombing at her show live during her show?
Oh, yeah.
If some crazy Saudi walks into that arena with a bomb, and even though nothing happens to any WWE talent, if that were to happen on their watch, on their clock, in their rented arena, I doubt they ever go back. Ever.
Wow. And that's probably what it's going to take. Even Hector says in the live chat, the thing that it's going to take is when one of their own gets hurt. Damn.
And again, proactive instead of retroactive. They're trying to be retroactive instead of
being proactive about it. I mean, I guess maybe that's where the rub is. That's why.
The other option would be if between now and the next show, which is highly unlikely, if everyone on the WWE roster unionized and said,
"No, that ain't gonna happen."
No,
yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
And it ain't gonna happen.
But again, we're thinking like worst case scenario. We're thinking the extreme. We're assuming negativity, and not assuming positivity. If you assume positivity, the best thing that I would say was, again, the same example of fucking Japan coming over here, or some other country bringing their show here to the States, despite the fact that Trump and Trump supporters are fucking crazy. Despite that fact. I'm not like those crazy motherfuckers. I just want to watch wrestling. Maybe they're the same way there. Their fucking government is batshit crazy, but maybe the people aren't. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't live there, so
I'm still holding out hope. I just don't want to be too positive, because being over positive brings naivety, and then naivety is where the thing you least expect happens, and then you turn around looking like, what the fuck was I thinking?
And in 2020,
what the fuck was I thinking going to the White House promoting Trump, and now I go to Africa to record, and I got fucked. And he just figured it out. Just fucking figured it out.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Robert Bennett says, curious if Ty Dillinger is in trouble for the tweet where he agreed with the Young Bucks after they criticized the show. You know, because he had a whole fucking angle going with the fucking hand, and they even mentioned it on SmackDown.
Yeah, they wrote him off due to injury. Then our Truth
injury with the
which
fucking
was a
hand?
fun match.
Yeah.
I like Truth versus Knock America.
You know what? Our Truth is on the come up.
I hope so.
I like what they're doing with him and Carmella, and I have to give kudos to Carmella. She went from babyface to heel, back to babyface seamlessly. There's no Big Show syndrome there with her. She was like, when she was a face, we cheered her. When she was a heel, we booed her. When she's a face again now, we're cheering her again.
All it took was dyeing her hair.
And fucking flossing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. Those pictures on Instagram of her on the beach. Fuck.
All right. Are we done?
But I digress. No.
No? We're nowhere near done. God damn it.
It was Gargano the entire time. Thumbs up or thumbs down on the call of making Johnny Gargano the guy?
1,
2, 3. Defend yourself.
You agreed with me.
I know, but they probably might not have. Last week, Medlin said it was who he thought it was.
Yeah, good job, Medlin.
Probably read spoilers. I see what you did there.
It didn't need to be. It would have been way more fucking interesting if it was Candice that did it on behalf of Gargano. They've been trying to tease this darker side of Gargano because Ciampa brought him out of it, and he's driving himself fucking crazy. And she, the only way that I could get this championship back in my one-on-one is if I get rid of Alistair. So what did he do? He got rid of Alistair. And I know, sometimes the easy story is the best story, but here where it was going to be a month's worth of intrigue and oh my God, who done it? And then you come with the most simplest answer. Yeah, I feel like I'm wasting my time with the who done it. Yeah, you're going to have everybody, guys like fucking Robert Medlin of all people, sitting back saying, I was right.
Dang.
Sorry, Robert. I'm just picking on you.
Sorry, not sorry. Sponsored by Reese's.
I'm picking on you, man. But I mean, that's the truth is that was an easy pick to get. So I mean,
that was actually the wrongest pick to get.
Okay.
Brian is the exception to this rule because he wasn't a threatening heel. He was an annoying pest. I cannot buy Gargano, all 2 feet 5 inches of him, as a threatening heel. So for him to be the guy to take out Aleister Black made absolutely no sense to me. Mm-hmm. Aleister Black is your babyface that was injured. He needs to have a threatening come-up heel. I was expecting Lars Sullivan, maybe even fucking Keith Lee. Somebody else. Somebody that would make Aleister look like an underdog. Gargano? Really? Maybe if you give me a couple of weeks and you explain to me that Gargano was the hero long enough to see himself become the villain, and he and Ciampa did it together, because in that promo, Ciampa just rolled out the ring and ignored fucking everything.
Yeah, Ciampa still hates Gargano. As far as we could tell.
Yeah, but he didn't make an effort to beat the shit out of Gargano like he always did. Yeah. He just let
the only reason why he was beating his ass was to keep the title and get the title and, defend his own self. Whereas Gargano was like, I got to beat this guy. I got to beat this guy for all the dastardly things he did to me. Ciampa was just trying to beat him to further his career. Gargano was trying to get revenge because you sullied my name and you sullied the name of my lady, So, I mean, the motivations are a little different.
Gargano costs Black the match anyway. That's how Ciampa became the champion anyway. So, who knows? Maybe from the very beginning.
Robert says, don't hate the player.
What if from the very beginning those two were in cahoots?
Well, if that's the case, then another thing that's said in the live chat by Robert is we're getting an evil DIY. I don't know if I want to see an evil DIY. Not because that wouldn't be a good team, because they're obviously a good team, but the story is like,
I would rather have Gargano up here. I mean, I would rather have Ciampa up here and Gargano down here, singles, than to even them out as a team.
Again, especially when they're both tasting championship gold singles runs. Like, I don't want them to be the next Ascension. You know, where they're like badass fucking team. Let's ship them off to the main roster as a team, and then bupkis.
Devil's advocate. Takeover Royal Rumble. Johnny Gargano beats Ricochet for the North American champion, and both DIY have singles titles.
Okay, great. But when you're going to pull them up to the main roster, are you going to pull them up separately, or are you going to pull them up together as a unit? I mean, how many times have you had somebody with such a strong connection and they're able to break them up and both of them still be successful like that?
The other problem with those two is they're both under 185 pounds, so they're going to both be on 205 anyway.
God damn it. Well, with Rey Mysterio.
Oh, shit. Ciampa Mysterio.
Gargano Mysterio. Hector says, I just think that Ciampa's tweet about being proud of Gargano was awesome. Yeah. And Porsche, again, she said, why not Candice? Why not Candice? That would have been way more interesting. I know you said that it needed to be somebody that was a threat. I get it. But what if Candice had some sort of equalizer, snuck up on him from behind the bushes, whacked him in the head with a baseball bat or something? That would have been believable.
Then you got to tell me who that equalizer is, because there's no way in hell. This is not Lucha. We're never going to get Aleister Black versus Candice.
Oh, I know.
So but don't tease me if you're not going to please me, bitches. So, no, that's not going to happen.
But it would have been a better lead into Aleister taking it out on Gargano. Gargano still being the babyface. Candice being a heel. Gargano, babe, why did you do this? Why are you doing this, baby?
Unless you're telling me that Candice is having an affair with Ciampa the whole time.
Oh, then that's even better storytelling. That's even more.
And Aleister Black is caught in the period.
Yes, that is way more fucking interesting than the guy wanting to get rid of it. Like, this is fucking. Yes, that would have been a better story.
Oh, man. Mia Yim's debut. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Hell yay.
Hell yay.
That was beautiful.
Hell yay, y'all. We're from Texas. We'd say hell yay.
Yeah. Match of the week candidate. EC3 beating Adam Cole.
Baby. I very much enjoyed that. I loved EC3 coming out, flexing his babyface muscles a little bit. Is he a face now?
Walking 100%? Up to all four of them like, y'all are beneath me. I got this. And then he got fucking eaten up.
Well, after he won the
match. But still, eaten up.
I enjoy the storyline. I enjoy the intrigue for right now. I'm afraid that it's going to come into shoehorning, sticking two other people with EC3 so that we can have EC3 with two other randos versus Undisputed Era versus the War Machine and another rando in the in the War Game. You know?
That's not going to happen.
No?
No.
I mean, because I think that's what they're going to do.
I think they're announcing it tonight on this week's episode of NXT.
Okay.
Save it for next week.
Okay.
Yeah. The outcome will make Classic Travis very happy.
Classic Travis. Travis Classic?
Yeah.
Is he like a Chavo Guerrero over here?
Yeah.
Travis Classic.
That's it for NXT US.
All right.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. I'm gonna go back to the same argument. Too many hours of television. I cannot willingly make the effort to watch NXT UK. You can tell me Rhea Ripley's the women's champion there. I'm still not going to make an effort. You're going to tell me that fucking Hideo Itami's on there. I'm still not going to make the effort.
Hideo Itami's a 205 Live.
You're going to tell me Kenny Omega is saving flight money by going to UK. I'm still not watching. It's too many hours of WWE programming.
Well, let's be honest. If Kenny Omega was on there, you'd probably watch it. You dropped something else off.
Probably all of Raw. But yeah, I haven't touched NXT UK since the first episode.
I haven't touched it either.
This week's the 4th episode. It's nothing.
Damn, it's already 4 episodes in?
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm so behind.
Yeah.
I haven't even watched one lick of it.
Yeah. I think that the thing that, well, it's too soon to tell, but even then, like, where are the NXT UK payoffs? Like, are we having NXT UK take over Birmingham? NXT UK take over Manchester, NXT UK take over Glasgow? Like, are they going to have another fucking takeover apart from NXT US, apart from the WWE pay-per-views? Like, come on, fuck. The Big Four, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble need to have 205 titles defended, NXT title defended, and NXT UK title defended. Give people a reason to watch that show. If the only reason I'm watching the show are the matches that are on the big 4 pay-per-views, I don't need to be watching anything else.
Oh, I didn't even know this happened. Hector says, speaking of the NXT, or speaking of UK NXT, what did you think of WWE dropping the women's UK title match from the Evolution show? I didn't even know it was supposed to be on there.
The problem with that is because they didn't realize they were going to air the episode so late. So they have a lot of catching up to do. The original idea, well, because keep in mind, when they first announced Evolution, they didn't say NXT UK. That was still a blip on the radar. They hadn't made that official until like 2 weeks later. So they're still episodes behind before they even crowned, spoiler alert, Rhea Ripley as the first NXT UK Women's Champ.
You son of a bitch.
They couldn't do anything about it. So that's like airing fucking Halloween episodes of Lucha Underground in August. Because it just,
which they did.
Yeah, timing. That's just the way the cookie crumbled. So maybe by next year.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it. That's NXT in a nutshell. Lucha Underground is going to be pretty quick. The whole episode was 7 to survive. Okay. Jack Swagger. I'm sorry.
I didn't watch this.
Jake Strong is our new Gift of the Gods champion.
We had 2 Gift of the Gods champions this season. Bad move, Lucha Underground.
Especially now that they removed the thing that made it unique.
Which
now
is
it's
medallions.
No, now it's straight up Money of the Bank. Yeah. Anytime, anywhere. But that's a mole on Cindy Crawford, though. She's still fine as hell.
I also enjoyed the medallions thing. And the fact that the medallions were given out all in one night and all of you go.
For this one. In the beginning, they did the tournament.
Well,
but this time, they rushed everything.
Yeah, that takes a little bit of the luster
because
away.
Because tonight's the first episode of Ultima Lucha.
You need to romance me. Take me out to dinner first. You know, put on some soft music and some candles. Do
Lube.
a little striptease.
Lube.
You know? You can't just go wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
I'm a busy man, dude.
Well,
it's 9:39. It's only the 2 of us.
Yeah.
So what's the plan? Do you want to come over on a weekend? We'll have some pizza and we'll binge Ultima Lucha Quattro and go live after, or what?
Which week is it?
I think the first episode's tonight.
Fucking fuck, man.
Next week is the second one.
Well, I would love to, Chris.
And we'll bring Arnold in and watch it blind.
But my schedule's not permitting. At least for this weekend.
Well, next week is the second episode, so we wouldn't be able to watch both.
Okay. We'll figure
it out. We're trying to give more content to you, so we'll try our best to make it work.
Hector and Robert, because they're our loyal listeners.
Yeah, only 2. But thank you for downloading our episode and then deleting it and then re-downloading it, so it sounds like we got more listeners than we really do. Lucha Underground and the Marvel bonus clip from Lucha Underground.
Ooh.
Aerostar found Mundo warming up on the roof because that's what hardcore people do on the roof.
On roofs.
And was warning him that he couldn't
parkour.
He couldn't beat Matanza Cueto on his own. But I got you, brother. Fucked up my wife, fucked up my wedding, almost fucked up me. I gotta do it. It's like, we're gonna help you. It's like, seeing how you did in the tournament, I don't think you're going to be much help to me. And that's when Aerostar went in flew Drago with the gauntlet. And he gave Mundo the gauntlet. And Mundo's like, just like an 8-year-old with the toy for the first time ever that makes sound effects.
God damn it.
So Johnny Mundo, gauntlet in hand against Matanza Cueto.
Okay.
At Lucha Quattro.
Okay.
I broke down the matches last week. The one I forgot, Mask versus Mask, kill shot against Son of Havoc, which is main eventing this episode, the first episode
tonight's.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
cool.
Yeah. I believe that's everything. Well, is there anything from Raw or SmackDown that you want to highlight before we're done?
Yes, the New Day as the Brood Day. I marked out so hard. What was disappointing on the other side of that is that
weak ass flame job.
No, that was fucking awesome. That was the best goddamn part.
You're easy to please, sir.
Yeah, I know. The worst part was only Sheamus decided to quasi have a fucking costume where he just whited out his hair to match his white ass skin. I guess he was like a ghost or a zombie or something, but it was like undefined. And then what about Big Show and Cesaro? So you're telling me kind of like Blue Tista, where it's like, hey, he didn't get the memo. You know, like, what the fuck? Why'd you guys fucking dip Sheamus in grease, man? Why didn't you guys fucking dress up too? I mean, it's kind of like me dressing up as fucking vampire. You not dressing up at all.
Me like, dressed up as a Metallica fan. Yeah.
I don't know. That it kind of bothered me a little bit that only one of them, and the one that wasn't wrestling, was dressed up when they were fighting the fucking Brood. You know, like, I don't know. Kind of tickled me the wrong way.
Let's see. Before we go, we had Evolution last Sunday.
Yeah.
We're having Crown Jewel in an undisclosed location this Friday. And then after Crown Jewel, 2 weekends from Crown Jewel is Survivor Series. We haven't had enough pay-per-views already. But you know how you get me to distract me from that, especially since I'm not going to watch half of Crown Jewel anyway?
How?
Ronda Rousey versus motherfucking Becky Lynch, Raw versus SmackDown.
I agree.
I'm at 11. Finally, you're going to give Rousey a threatening person. Becky Lynch is one you don't want to fuck with.
What did I say last week on my prediction show, or on the prediction show for Evolution? You're like, how much are you looking forward to Becky versus Charlotte? Really looking forward to Becky. How much are you looking forward to Ronda versus Nikki? Really looking forward to Ronda. I would like to see both of them together, but without their other opponents.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what we're getting. So that's cool. I'm kind of afraid for both, though, because I don't want either one to lose. I don't want Becky to lose because, like, she's on a roll and she got this title. But, like, I understand that Ronda needs to have wins because her whole gimmick is she wins. So
I've got Charlotte interfering, costing Ronda to win the match. And then we have a stare down afterwards that leads to what could be Charlotte winning the female Rumble and having Charlotte go over to Raw to challenge Rousey for the title. Possibly main eventing WrestleMania as the last match of the night.
Even though Charlotte is the team captain for the women's team SmackDown,
she declined it.
She didn't decline it.
She said, "I'm not ready for it yet."
And then Paige said, "Think about it." In wrestling, that means you're gonna.
Yeah, but one doesn't equal the other.
Yeah, it does. Just because, in wrestling, it does.
No, just because Charlotte's wrestling the 5-on-5, that doesn't mean Charlotte will still come out later and interfere.
Well, I don't know. Pulling the double duty.
I'm just seeing right now the one guy that the company had as their next meal ticket off the roster. You can plug in almost anything to main event to close out WrestleMania. And in the high that they're going right now with the women's evolution, regardless of where that momentum or distraction came from, I could see Charlotte and Ronda Rousey closing out WrestleMania in front of.
You can't see Becky and Rousey closing out WrestleMania?
We're getting that now.
Rematch?
The name Flair against the undefeated Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
Keep in mind, undefeated Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
So.
All right. Is that a show?
I believe that's a show.
That's a show.
Yep.
Woo! What was your match of the week after all?
It was the Mae Young Classic final. Tony Storm against Io Shirai.
That's a solid pick. I like
short
that
and
match
sweet.
too.
It was good. I actually watched that match 3 times.
God damn!
And I've never seen a women's match 3 times.
Yeah.
I can remember. Right. So yeah, that left an impression on me.
All right.
I messaged you guys because again I watched it in pieces.
Yeah.
And I feel like since I didn't watch the whole thing together, I might have missed some things. I asked y'all, what do you guys think? What are y'all match of the weeks?
And we said the SmackDown title, the NXT title, and the finals of the
and I wound up watching all 3 of those again today.
Yeah.
So that's the one that left the biggest impression.
All right.
And you got Last Woman Standing, which is a big deal for you.
That's a big deal for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I would think either one of those matches. We got our match of the year candidates. And then right beneath the cream of the crop are both of those women's matches. I think very strongly of those two matches.
Yeah,
it's a shame neither one of them got on the list. But damn,
that's what I was thinking.
They were itchy.
I was thinking if you and Arnold, well, I know Arnold's not here tonight, but if y'all agreed with me on the last woman standing,
you know what,
I would have put it on the list.
You know what? Knowing our vibe, Arnold might have picked the NXT match, and we would have all had different matches.
Maybe.
So, yeah, and NXT match was pretty good too. It was right there.
Oh, Hector has a question. Thoughts on the Elite separating from the Bullet Club?
It's time. I think the Bullet Club it's ran its course.
It's time for red and black and white and black.
Not in that term.
Okay.
Because
Wolfpack.
Because at the end of the day, it was still NWO.
Yeah.
Hollywood and NWO Wolfpack. Getting rid of the Bullet Club from the vocabulary, I think will do it better for both teams.
Okay.
Especially since the Elite category's already been like running.
Yeah.
They didn't really introduce the Wolfpack after they did the split. We're well aware of the Elite. The Elite brand is at this point just as strong, if not stronger than the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
So let the OG Firing Squad do their heel shit. Let the Elite show you why you're paying money to watch New Japan Wrestling.
Okay.
That's my opinion. Because I watch it.
All right.
What do you think?
This is my first time hearing about it.
I need to go back and watch some of that Power Struggle, the J-Cup tag team stuff. I've heard some good stuff.
Yeah.
But again, too much fucking wrestling.
Yeah. All right.
That's it, bro.
I think I've said this like 5 times. Adios, my friends. Keep it classy.
All right. Bye. Adios. Yeah. That's it. Oh, hey, this works. I don't got to bend over.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Let me take that mouse away from you.
Wait, do you want me to bend over?
What? No, I didn't say that.
Well,
I got to go to the bathroom.
I'm offering.